Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for September 25th to October 2nd. This is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. If you're new to my channel, I do a traditional culture cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Sagittarius. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So I have good news for you, all right? Especially if you're here for work and career, Sagittarius. Let's talk about this first. This is the big week of the full moon in Aries, and we're going to talk about this because it's affecting you big time. Out of all the signs, it's really having a big impact on you. But let me tell you the good news. On the 25th, we have Mercury trining Jupiter, okay? And so this is the second time this is happening this month. The first time was September 4th, and we're just so lucky to have this twice in a month. Trines are very auspicious. Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, wisdom. Hey, it's your ruling planet too. And so when Mercury trines Jupiter, it's just a burst of confidence. You'll be really great in terms of communication. This is a really good day for business deals, a really great day for being socially active as well. Really take advantage of this. With Mercury, the planet of communication, Mercury, the messenger planet, right? You could get good news, okay? Because Mercury is trining Jupiter. So you could get really good news around this time. It really is a lot about personal growth and development as well. Now, the other day I want you to mark down in your calendar is the 30th, when Mercury is going to trine Uranus. And so this is really great. This is absolutely amazing. Again, another day where you will feel just like creatively inspired, okay? This is also a day, Uranus is the planet of breakthroughs, innovation, but also surprises, okay? So this is a day where you could get surprising good news. You could get wonderful, great news, all right? You could also be giving great news around this time. Communication, intuition, they're all really like key at this point, okay? Now, the reason why I say this is really great for career and work is because if you think about Mercury, Mercury is still in Virgo, but Mercury is no longer retrograde, and Mercury in Virgo happens to be in your 10th house of career, okay? Of career, of public recognition, fame, achievement, honors, and then also Mercury. Okay, so we've covered Mercury. Now, Jupiter and Uranus, those are the two planets of Mercury at trining this week. They're in Taurus, which is your 6th house of everyday activities, routines, which also includes work. So there's an overlap here for y'all, okay, in terms of work and career. So really good times for y'all. And for most of y'all, like, career's been a thing. Career's definitely been a thing, okay? A huge thing that you have been possibly rethinking a lot about, like maybe even like re-strategizing or even getting new jobs or whatnot. But it has been something that has been a lot of emphasis on your lives. Now, here's the big news of all is the full moon in Aries, okay? This is a major full moon. Now, full moons traditionally bring closure, conclusions. This one's more like, get the heck out of here. There's something you want to get out of your life. There is something that this full moon is going to feel like an eclipse, okay? It's not an eclipse, but it's going to feel like one. It has the weight of one. It is very game changing. Now, we know we have an eclipse in Libra and Taurus next month, so that's going to be really big, and we're going to talk about that next month in a big way. You have no idea how much that's going to affect you, and these are good eclipses. But this full moon in Aries, it is going to be in your 5th house, so there is something with possibly family, with children, with even like you on a creative level, something that could also have to do with partners and relationships, where it's time to move on, where it's time to let it go, where it's time to really even like spiritually like purging or purging something out of your life. This is a big thing for y'all, okay? Because this is a full moon in Aries. Mars is a ruling planet for Aries. Mars is in your sign. Mars does not like being in Libra. If you saw my September forecast, it really is like, y'all are all about peace and harmony and it, what balance is a big thing. And Mars is just like, the planet of war. It's just it's not great. So you're pushing something out. There's something that you want to let go. All right. So this is a time to really think about that. Really think about that. And it can even be, things that it could be a job. Hey, it could be a job. It could be even, if you haven't been seeing eye to eye with someone, if there have been even like grudges, there's something that it's time to let go. And if you don't do anything about it, there is a possibility the universe is just going to be like, okay, we're just going to do this for them. All right. So Sagittarius, I do love that Mars and Venus are they're doing a little tango in the sky around this time. So it could be something that allows you to be in a really great relationship that really, or y'all could be entering a new relationship around this time. So with that said, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you for September 25th to October 1st. Again, this is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, if you know your birth chart. And I would suggest the moon, because the full moon in Aries is going to be really powerful, and it's going to have an effect for a while. All right, we're ending a cycle, we're starting a new one, and also Venus. Now, I forgot to mention, the same day of the full moon in Aries, Venus is going to square Uranus. All right, so we've already had a couple of these over the summer. So this is kind of like really amping up this full moon in Aries. This is where you're saying, okay, this no longer brings me pleasure. This no longer brings me joy. I now have a sense of what I really value in my life. This is me. All the things that I wanted to fix in the past few weeks, I'm now going to fix it, and it's going to bring me this sense of freedom. But it really is going to be a breakthrough moment. Okay, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you for September 25th to October 1st. So Sagittarius, as I said earlier, well, first, you can see my dog has joined me. I think this is the first time she's actually facing the camera, but we just got back from a really long WALK, and so she has passed out. What I was going to say is, for this reading, I am going to pull some clarifiers because it is a really big full moon in Aries, and I do want to thank you for being here, Sagittarius. Y'all are awesome. Y'all have been going through some things, but I really there's been so much, and you had your reading last week. Did you see it? Oh my goodness, it was really crazy. There was definitely some things that you were going toward where it may have, looking at your spread here, you could have flip-flopped. You could have thought you wanted something, and now you're just like, no, I'm going to kick it to the curb. Coincidentally, during the full moon Aries, looking at what's going on here. But you have there's a lot happening. When I say this is the start of a new cycle, it's right here. You see it all here. Now, let's get started. You did get the High Priestess, which I love the fact that you got the High Priestess. She is the guardian of the subconscious, which I really love. Okay, so there is a sense of you having had these very spiritual moments. Okay, first I want you to ask yourself, what does that even mean for you? Like, what does spirituality mean for you? It means so many things for so many different people, right? And sometimes you're not even aware of it because it's like it's all it's hidden, right? You can't see it. It's not like the conscious. But the High Priestess ruled by the moon here. And so a lot of intuition energy. Okay. So really tapping into your intuition. It seems like you did that. It seems like you really had those moments to go within. Okay. I think that was a big message for you last week, actually. It was a big message for you, wasn't it? So that's really good, because when you think about what happened last week, you did get the High Priestess. Yeah. You got the High Priestess in your challenge area. And so good for you, because now she came up upright in your past. And so there is a sense of you coming into this week with a lot of wisdom. There could have been some things that happened because remember, you had you had a lot of swords last week. So you could have been in your head and now you really know. Okay. This is the week that, and it depends on what day you watch this reading, obviously, but this is a week where you could know, like, okay, now I know what I want. I really trust my spirit guides. Trust my intuition. I trust all of that. I'm ready to move forward. Now, speaking of, you got the Magician in the heart of your spread. Very interesting, right? Starting of a new cycle with a full moon in Aries. You're letting something go. Now you're starting brand new journey. Okay. Card 1 here. Okay. Magician. I mean, you're kicking off. You. And here's the thing: you have power now. Okay, the Magician has the power to manifest whatever he wants. You actually see all tools of tarot at his disposal right here. You see the Pentacles, the Cups, the Wands, the Swords. You see his hand to the sky, hand to the ground, as above, so below. As within, so anyway, I'm going to point something out here. You see the infinity symbol on his head. Only 2 people in tarot that have that, right? Infinite possibilities, unlimited potential. This is really big for you, okay? So you've got the power in your hands now. This full moon in Aries, like I said, it's going to be very powerful for you. If you remember back in July, we had the switching of the nodes. The North Node moved into Aries, okay? We have a full moon in Aries. South Node moved into your sign. Okay, there's something you are letting go. There's something you're letting go. And it could be something that could have brought you a lot of fun and pleasure in the past, but now it's just like, okay, gotta move on. Gotta let this go out of my life. But use this. This is a card of action, by the way. So very active here. So one thing I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to the hand to the ground. All right. You already know what you want. You know what your hopes are, what your dreams are, what your wishes are. Bring them into your reality now. You have the power this week, okay? Bring them into your reality. And, Magician is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is very active this week, okay? So really, really be able to communicate the things that you need as well. But remember, with Mercury trining Uranus and Mercury trining Jupiter, those are absolutely amazing placements or aspects. But now you have the Knight of Cups in your challenge area. And so this is very interesting. What this is telling me, especially because, again, here's the thing. If you're new to my channel, my readings are a continuation from week to week to week, from last week, okay? That's what life is. We're constantly evolving, all right? Especially because I throw in all the astrological aspects, but you remember? If you saw your reading last week, the Knight of Cups in the heart of your spread. Now it's in your challenge area. So what this is telling me, there is possibly a relationship, a partnership, or something that brought you a sense of just like this feel-good energy. And now it is a thing that you may have to consider. It's in your challenge area. Like, is this what I want? Is this what, and it could be something that actually happens this week where you have that moment of clarity, or especially if it is with a relationship, a partnership. The Knight of Cups, he is like the knight in shining armor, right? There could be a lot of family energy too. There could be something happening with family that you may have to let go because, like I said, this full moon in Aries is in your 5th house, okay? And so like a family is there, children and whatnot as well. But Knight of Cups is Pisces. And if you think about the broader picture, Saturn is in Pisces, okay? And that is your 4th house. And so there's been a lot of action there. So that's your domestic sector, which also does include family. So but not also home, okay? So it could be also just maybe moving somewhere too, but something that just brought you a lot of pleasure, something that was like emotionally fulfilling. You may figure that out this week. This is something that I have to re-examine, and this is something that I may have to let go to start this new beginning, to get on this new path, this new journey. Now, you did get the 7 of Swords, all right, in your crown. There is, first, message coming through is you may it's going to be hard. I think for a lot of y'all to have this sense of like, I got to let this go. But it may be hard for you, especially if it is a partnership or a relationship, and it's not always a bad thing. It's like, when I said children earlier, it's like, what is it? It's September. It's like kids are going off to school. So it's almost like it's hard. Like if you have children and they're going back to school and you're just like, oh no, or especially if they're moving to college, like across the country or whatnot, that's hard. That's letting, them go and letting them do their own thing. And now you have something, you have a calling, you have a passion, there's something for you, but it may be something that could be hard, but it's also something where you shouldn't definitely face it. Don't avoid these situations. Really face all your truths and be honest with yourself. Okay, I think you're going to be fine with especially because the High Priestess did show up in your spread. But again, I'm sorry. There you go. But yeah, face all your truths. There could be also a sense of some of y'all feeling that there could have been someone that did something to you that was not cool. All right. There was not cool at all. Someone who could have been like lying, cheating, stealing, all those like low energy frequencies. But I'm not going to lie, Sagittarius. Hear me out here. It could have been you too. Okay. It could have been you too. And it's possibly because it was you just going through a lot. You've been going through so much, all right? But again, with the full moon in Aries in your fifth house of pleasure. Fifth house is pleasure, right? And so letting that go now, okay? Like you've had your fun and it's like, all right? But even still, and I'm not saying every Sagittarius in the world is doing that, but if that resonates with you, it's time to make it like really let something go to have this new journey, okay? And really, especially up here in your headspace, okay? Just be honest with yourself is a big thing. Now, you did get the Wheel of Fortune, so you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. The Wheel of Fortune is indicating, first, it is a 10, right? So 10 equals 1, new beginning. You already got the new beginning with the Magician in the heart of your spread. We know that this full moon is going to, I told you, it's going to feel like an eclipse. It's going to be really powerful. And so this is a game-changing card. This is the start. It's like you're entering a new chapter in your life, okay? A big one, but you have a lot of luck on your side. This card is ruled by Jupiter. And like I said, Jupiter is already your, ruling planet. But Jupiter is a planet of good luck, good fortune, and prosperity. But it's also, Mercury will be trining Jupiter this week. I mean, there's so much happening. This is a card of like a lot of luck, but it is also a card of karma. Like this wheel is constantly turning. Think of it as like the wheel of karma. It's so you're constantly working with your karma, and so what's happening here is definitely remember when I say be honest with yourself. It's also like do the right thing, right? Do the right thing, but work with your karma. And actually, when I think about it, you did have the Justice card in your. Was it in your final outcome last week? But you did get the Justice card as well, which is very attached to karma as well. And it was like maybe you questioning, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right thing to do? But either way, there is a sense of you're gonna be fine. You're good. You're gonna be really good. But there is gonna be a sense of possible because it may be hard for you with the Seven of Swords there, but you did get the Nine of Swords as well, all right, in your future. So it really, really, really could be something that could be hard for you. And it makes you, puts you in a place where you, again, are just back in your headspace. Did I do the right thing? It could be something that there could be this full moon in Aries. Again, it's very draining and it's very like that purge energy, but it's still like, you had to do this. So there may be a sense of regret after because maybe it wasn't communicated in the way that you wanted it to. But the bigger thing is like, you need it. It had to be done. There's something that has to you have to let something go to let something new in, to start this new cycle, to make room, even in your headspace, right? So there is a sense of, and then again, like if you think about it, you had the Nine of Swords in the root of your spread last week. Look at that. You're, anyway, you're, it's like everything that you have to face that you may have been delaying or pushing to the side, like this is the week you're going to have to do it, okay? It seems like you will. The energy I'm getting is that you will, and then it's just like you feel maybe remorseful, you may be really hurt. And I'm not going to lie, it could happen to you too, you know? But that helps you start this new journey. Like someone could break up with you, or someone could end something with you. And that could also make you feel like, oh gosh, like put you in this headspace where it's really hard. Okay. But either way, you're going to be fine. This card, I want to show you something here. You see the comforter that he's in? Look at those beautiful roses. Okay. Look at the amazing astrological symbols in the comforter. So there's so much comfort in this comforter, right? And I'm sure that's where the word came from, right? Comfort, comforter. But it works both ways. You can have a lot of comfort being in this situation. What he's doing is he's mourning, he's grieving, he's feeling bad for himself. He's like, you know, maybe he did something bad. Maybe someone did something bad to him. But he is sitting there in bed, and he is not getting out of bed. He's, he's door dashing Ben and Jerry's, eating ice cream all day long, binge watching Netflix, just avoiding things and just like really moping, right? But he has the choice to get out of bed and face tomorrow, and come to terms with what happened. Okay, and so everyone is gifted free will on this planet. All right. So it's your choice to, you can do this. I prefer you not to. The whole goal is to pull all those swords out. Okay. They're all stacked up, but I am going to pull clarifiers for this week, like I said. And so, yeah. Yeah. All right. So looks like it was, yeah. Okay. You're when I talk about this new cycle for you, this is possibly the biggest change that you're having in your life. Okay. It most definitely has to do with a partnership or a relationship. You got the Two of Cups, and then you also got the Death card. So the Death card is actually, despite it being called the Death card, it is one of the best cards in the deck. Okay. It's a transformational phase, and it's really, again, ending one chapter, moving into another, but it's almost like it's welcome. You're welcoming it. In fact, I'm gonna show you something here. You see the sun coming out on the horizon. The sun, all about abundance and optimism and growth and vitality. Okay, so that's a great. And then you see the white rose, you see the white horse, purity. You see the skeleton in armor on the horse, fully protected. Why is it a skeleton? Think about it. Out of our body, what endures the longest? That's right. So your life is changing, will change, in a big way. It looks like some of y'all are entering new partnerships, new relationships. Can be like even whether love or career. Okay, whether love or career. One-on-one partnerships as well. It could be even like, if you own your own company, it could be a new client. It could be new. Do you know what I mean? Like there is something, is something big coming. Okay, there's something big coming. So you need to get out of that bed. All right. Your life is changing in a really big way. This is all in your future. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. The fact that you got the High Priestess, the Magician, Death, and Wheel of Fortune. You have no idea. So It may be a hard week for you in your head. You may think you may feel like things may be hard because of something that ends right with this full moon that's happening this week. But look what's happening for you in the future. I mean, wow, you're good. You're really good. You're absolutely good. Okay, so let's get to your stuff. Sagittarius, if you like this reading, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I'm trying not to wake up my dog. I really want to hear from you. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. You really make my day. I wouldn't be here without you. So I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, you're fine. You're good. You're good. You're absolutely good. You know what? You needed this moment. You needed this full moon in Aries. You needed this purging. You needed this letting go of something. You needed something. You needed the end of this. There's the end of something new coming through, something auspicious. Okay. Now, you did get the Tower. Now, where it falls in your spread, it's actually really, really good. It's basically... And, you know, looking at your entire spread, it's like what you wanted. You needed it. So it's kind of like a relief for y'all. It may have been hard for some of y'all to let something go. It could be like up here too, something like personal. Remember, there's a lot of personal growth energy that's happening, but there is something that you needed to let go. All right, something that you just really needed to, you know, end. Like sayonara, you know, hit the road, Jack. Okay, and for some, it can be like letting bygones be bygones energy, but there is also for some, it's just like the ending of something that is hard to let go, but now you have to start facing forward and move toward your future. But again, it could have been honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it may be really hard for you, but it's gonna be the best thing for you with the Tower here. And some of y'all want it really bad. I mean, you got death and the Tower, death in the future and the Tower. But then you see you've got the King of Cups right next to death, the King of Cups in your external influences area. I mean, like, you're actually really good. You're really good. And so whatever you release, know that it's the best thing for you. Okay. Whatever you let go, whatever cycle ends for you, you're moving into this promising new cycle. It's absolutely amazing here. King of Cups, he is a king that leads with his heart. He has so much like, and also the Tower is attributed to Mars. All right. And remember, I said Mars is in Aries. So again, this is actually really good for you. All right. So the King of Cups is so emotionally stable. He is literally his throne. Look at that, on top of water. Look how turbulent the water is. It doesn't matter. Nothing's going to knock him off that throne. And remember, water's emotions, but so is Cups, right? Cups is like emotions and love and feelings. So again, it can be like a relationship or a partnership. But for a lot of y'all, there is going to be this sense of you just being completely emotionally fulfilled and highly, like, whatever happens, it really brings you up on this spiritual level. Like, he is the most intuitive king, okay? To like a psychic level, like a freakishly psychic level. All right. So it's, for a lot of Sagittarians, there could be someone that comes into your life that is like that. Someone who is like the rock of your life, right? And someone who has that emotional stability and makes you feel okay, So through this whole process, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You have support there. And then look, you got the Six of Swords. When I say you want this, you want this. This is moving forward. Speaking of turbulent waters, look at my finger here. Now look at the other side of the boat. It's crystal clear. It's like the Maldives. It's smooth sailing from this point forward. So anything that's been turbulent or challenging in your life, like, that's all you want to do is just move forward, okay? And really get out of this headspace. Whatever you have to let go is going to clear that headspace for you. Remember, the swords are the mental suit, all right? So you're actually really great because look at where it leads you. You got judgment in your final outcome. I mean, come on, this is you're good here. Judgment, you're having this. Speaking of, like, you have the high priestess, you have the king of cups, okay, across your card, and or across, and then you have judgment in your final outcome. And so this is having that like spiritual awakening. This is having that wake up call moment. It's like, okay, all this has happened, and like, ooh, like, like when you turn on HBO, it's like that angelic music, like, ah, it's like that you have in the at the end of it all. And it's almost like you're awake now, and this full moon in Aries has awakened you. All right. And by the way, please go outside and look at it. It's a super moon. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Happening on the 29th, okay? On September 29th. But there you go. You're going to be healed. Because you see Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet. It's waking the dead, okay? The dead in gray, or in tarot is they're gray, and gray in tarot is wisdom. Like, it's like you hear that blow of the trumpet through all of this, like you see again, you become alive. Okay, I mean, the dead are arising, and now they're seeking this meaningful life experience. Like, you are absolutely good. Okay, and what is sound, by the way? Sound is healing, right? Sound has been used for healing for thousands of years. Okay, Native American drum beats to even like Gregorian chanting, gospel choir. It just, like, sound has always been healing. It's also raising your frequency. All right, so are all made of energy. So this is really great for you. And like I said, pulling clarifiers. Oh my gosh, you're gonna be fine. This is actually like possibly your biggest like life-changing week. Okay. This full moon in Aries is going to be very powerful for you. You got the Ace of Cups. And so the Ace of Cups is like when I say there's this new beginning for you, aces usher in new change. Out of actually all the minor arcanas, including the court cards, usher in the most new change. The like new path, new beginning, new journey. What did I tell you is happening during this full moon in Aries? You're letting something go for this new journey. Remember, don't forget, you got the Magician in the heart of your spread. You got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a new beginning. You got the Death card, which is a new cycle. You got love, transcending time and space itself. With a partnership, again, whether work, career, whatever resonates with you. It can be work, career, it can be partnerships, could be even platonic too, if you know. But you're really good here. Ace of Cups. I always say this. Think about the last time something brought you so much joy, brought you to tears. Okay, whether it was like, getting proposed to, or getting that dream job, or having a baby, or like these big moments. You're having another one of those. That's what this card is. It's rapturous. It's this intense joy and pleasure. It's, the five streams overflowing from the chalice. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Okay, they're reflecting your five senses. Like, this is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I really love this for you. I really absolutely love this for you. A lot of self-love here too. Okay, a lot of self-love here too. And yeah, there's something you gotta let go. And also you just really focus on what is going to bring you that pleasure, what is going to bring you that, what is going to fill your cup, what is going to make you emotionally fulfilled. That is the main thing. But this is the biggest change you're going through. Like, no doubt. Again, Magician in the heart of your spread. I mean, you have Two of Cups in your future. You have Death in your future. You remember, we kicked it off with the High Priestess. Okay, you got the Wheel of Fortune here. You got the Tower, which people see unfavorably, and it is this chaotic, destructive moment that happens in your life that you didn't see coming. But where it falls in your spread, and looking at your entire spread, it's like you want it now. You want to kind of like burn it down, build it up. You kind of want like just something to just like
And like, remember what I said from the very beginning. Like, if it's hard for you to, there's something that to let go or whatnot. It's almost like the universe is going to come help you. Okay, you got Judgment and your final outcome and the Ace of Cups. I mean, you are. It's just like there is going to be some. It's got like with these swords, it's going to be like a little bit hard for you, but you did get the Six of Swords. You got the King of Cups here. I mean, like I mean, like there's no cards left. Like you're. This is going to be an insanely big full moon for you. It is possibly going to be life changing. Well, I would even take out the word possibly. Like it is going to be like you're starting a new cycle. It's for sure. For sure. Okay. Just remember with the magician in the heart of your spread, you have the power. You have the power. So use it. Take action. Okay. Sagittarius, you're amazing. Thanks so much for being here. If you like this reading, again, it'd be great if you'd like, subscribe, leave comments. I really want to know what's going on this week. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much. Next week, I do October. Sagittarius. October is very different from September, but it's also eclipse month. Wow. When I say your life is changing, your life is changing. Like everyone says, eclipses are game changers, but hey, it's gonna be and these eclipses again, they're not like the ones that we had last year, so that's really great. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Sagittarius, thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next week. Okay, bye bye.